Peace everybody, back with another video. This is a breaking news. Supreme Court blocks House Democrats from access to Trump's financial records for now. Yeah, so the Supreme Court, they blocked the House Democrat because they tried to access Donald Trump's financial records, which is none of their business to begin with, because Donald Trump is not going to expose his financial records. Alright, so that's why it's none of their business to begin with. The Supreme Court temporarily blocked congressional investigators Thursday from gaining access to President Donald Trump's personal financial records. So they have temporarily blocked congressional investigators Thursday from gaining access to President Donald Trump's personal financial records. So there's no way they could order to see them. So this is why the Supreme Court has blocked them. The 7-2 decision was written by Chief Justice John Roberts and joined by Trump's two nominees, Associate Justices Neil Gorsuch and Brett Kavanaugh. It sends the separation of power dispute back to lower courts to further determination. Yeah, so there was a 7-2 decision. Chief Justice John Roberts and of course the two nominees, Associated Justices Neil Gorsuch and Brett Kavanaugh. So they are the ones that were in favor of blocking the House Democrats from seeing Donald Trump's financial records. Courts must perform a careful analysis that takes adequate account of the separation of powers principles at stake, including both the significant legislative interests of Congress and the unique position of the President, Roberts wrote. Yeah, so the courts must perform a careful analysis. So they have to be very careful what they do. That takes adequate account of the separation of powers principles at stake. So it's at stake, but they still blocked it, so the House Democrats can't do nothing about it, except I know they're going to be whining like little babies. Oh, why did you block it? Same way you blocked everything else from Donald Trump. The ruling was one of two issued Thursday regarding whether investigators will have access to Trump's financial records. In the other, the court ruled 7-2 that Trump cannot keep tax and financial records from a Manhattan prosecutor investigating alleged hush money payments. Donald Trump has every right to keep his financial records private. He's a businessman. He has a right to do what he wants. This is why he don't listen to the Democrats, because they're evil. And this is what they want to do. They want to try to gain their access to Donald Trump's financial records. No. They are not allowed to do that. It's none of their business. And then you got another court that ruled 7-2 that Trump cannot keep tax and financial records from a Manhattan prosecutor investigating alleged hush money payments. What hush money payments is there? Huh? I like to know this one. What hush money payments are they talking about? As long as they have no proof of anything on Donald Trump, they're making all these false allegations against him. And you people are voting Democrats in. Wake up and see who these people really are, these Democrats, because they're really evil. Why do you think they want Donald Trump's financial records so they could destroy him. Donald Trump doesn't have to show his financial records because it's none of nobody's business but his and his family's. That's it. Everybody else needs to stay out of their business. Both carry political as well as legal and constitutional implications for the President and Congress, where House Democrats have argued the records could reveal evidence of criminal wrongdoing or lead to new legislation on Capitol Hill. Yeah, okay, what criminal activities are they trying to get him on? They can't find nothing whatsoever. They cooked up this hoax to impeach Trump the first time. That failed. The Democrats railroaded General Flynn right to prison because of the Obama administration. And now Nancy Pelosi wants to do a second impeachment, which that's going to fail too. Because these Democrats are trying to accuse Donald Trump of mishandling the COVID-19 virus. The only virus there is the news media and the Democrats. They're the viruses. And here all you people want to be wearing masks, gloves, or you got to do what you're told, this and that. Excuse me, but stop listening to that. It's all fake propaganda you are listening to. Criminal wrongdoing on Donald Trump's financial records? No, because I'm pretty sure Donald Trump pays his taxes every year. So now they're trying to railroad him for a crime he has not committed. Because they can't stand him, and he's undoing everything the Obama administration has done. He's dismantling the Obamacare little by little. He's also giving back Donald Trump is also giving the country back to the patriots where it belongs, because all you little shills allowed the Democrats to take this country from us. But no, instead of fighting for it, but instead you want to do what they tell you to do. Seriously? The president, acting through his personal legal team, has refused to comply with subpoenas from 3 House committees seeking information from his accountant and bankers on Thursday. He called it a political prosecution, and it is. Of course, he's going to refuse to comply with the subpoenas because it's none of their doggone business, and not the court's business either. And the House committees, they have no right to ask for it either. And they're seeking information from his accountant, bankers. Well, when you got these low-life bankers that takes everything from you, your jobs, your homes, your cars that you need to pay on, and everything. That's what these Democrats are about. And here's Donald Trump's tweet that he posted on Twitter July 9th, 2020, and it was at 10:38 a.m. The Supreme Court sends case back to lower court, arguments to continue. This is all a political prosecution. I won the Mueller witch hunt and others, and now I have to keep fighting in a politically corrupt New York. Not fair to this presidency or administration. Yeah, so he beat the Mueller witch hunt. because Mueller had tried to find everything on Donald Trump to get him in trouble with the Russians and that, and there was no collusion whatsoever with Russia. So he beat that one. Now he's got to fight these Democrats about trying to gain access to his financial records, which they have no right to, because it's none of their business. During oral arguments held by telephone in May because of the coronavirus pandemic, conservative and liberal justices alike wondered how to balance Congress oversight powers against the president's claim of a need to be free from distracting, even harassing probes. Yeah, because all these Democrats do is harass people. They go after Christians for no reason at all. And by the way, us Christians are in danger right now because they want to get rid of the churches, get rid of anything that has to do with the church, statues and all. Of course, here it says during oral arguments held by telephone in May because of the coronavirus pandemic, conservative and liberal justices alike wondered how to balance Congress. Well, when you got the white liberal Democrats, they're the ones that causing all the chaos and destruction in this world, because they have been doing it for years. And most of you sheeples don't even care. You just let them do whatever they want to do. Oh yeah, come on. Yeah, okay, whatever. Wait till you liberal sheeples see the real truth when it comes out, because it's been in front of your face the whole time and you don't even care. These are the most important decisions before the Supreme Court this year. Yeah, well, it ain't gonna happen. In previous separation of powers battles over documents or testimony, the Supreme Court ruled unanimously against Presidents Richard Nixon in 1974 and Bill Clinton in 1997 with their court nominees in argument. The decisions led eventually to Nixon's resignation and Clinton's impeachment, though he was not ultimately removed from office by the Senate. Well, Bill Clinton had went through a much larger problem with Monica Lewinsky. All right. Now, Richard Nixon, I don't know that much about him, but I do know that Bill Clinton had an affair with Monica Lewinsky in the 90s. And he's trying to hide it and say, oh, I didn't have an affair with her. Yeah, okay. In the meantime, here Hillary Clinton's is in with it too, because she didn't give a doggone care. How can you stand around and deal with these Democrats who are evil? They will do anything they can they're throwing everything they can at Donald Trump because they want to blame him for everything that he's not doing wrong. And you're allowing this? Who knows what else is going to come down the pipeline next? Who knows what else? The legal battle pits Trump against 3 House committees controlled by Democrats that have issued subpoenas for 8 years of financial documents. Lawmakers claim records and will help determine the need for future legislation in areas such as campaign finance, law, bank loan practices, and efforts to prevent foreign influence in elections. Well, these Democrats are evil, all right, and you're voting for them because they're doing everything they can to destroy Donald Trump. because they hate him so much. Especially, he's doing everything good for the American people. And here people are bashing him for no reason at all, and you don't even know the man. Take a trip to the White House if you have to. Get to know him. But no, you sheeples are chicken to do anything. You just sit there and let them do whatever they want to do. Start helping save our country, you sheeples. Because pretty soon there's not going to be one, and then it's going to be a third world country, like it's going to be right now, because it's already communism in this country. It's already socialism in this country. People have to wear masks, and it's stupid and ridiculous. Because of this fake pandemic, which I call it a scamdemic. And they're not going to stop either until Donald Trump is gone. But guess what? Donald Trump is your president, like it or not, you sheeples. Here's Donald Trump meetings with students, teachers, and this happened on July 7th, 2020, of course, in Washington, D.C. This is about reopening of the schools during the novel coronavirus pandemic. The House Committee on Oversight and Reform issued a subpoena to Mazars USA, Trump's accounting firm, more than a year ago, seeking financial records from the president, his family businesses, a trust, and the company that runs Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C. Thus far, 2 federal courts have upheld the subpoena. Well, yeah, apparently that subpoena did not work. All right, that's a lie, too. Donald Trump is not a politician. He's a businessman. Of course, they're going to try to do everything they can to get subpoenas for Donald Trump's financial records. But he's not going to listen to them because he don't care about them. He could care less what the Democrats do. That's why he laughs at them all the time. Say, yeah, okay, whatever. Think you're going to get my financial records wrong? Especially when you're a president, you cannot have your money, you cannot have your businesses. That's why the salary that he pays every week, he donates it to charity. That's what he does. He doesn't keep it. He donates it to charity. Because that's who Donald Trump is. And here you want to sit up here and say, oh, well, he's this and that. Excuse me? What planet are you people from? Because you don't look like you're from Earth. Trump's former personal lawyer, Michael Cohen, testified before Congress that as a private citizen, Trump routinely overstated or understated his holdings for financial gain. The panel wants to compare 8 years of financial documents to Cohen's testimony and government disclosures. Yeah, where is Obama's financial records to begin with? Why haven't he come out with that one? I'm pretty sure Obama's financial records are a mess as it is, because he didn't care about this country for 8 years. He destroyed it in 8 years. And here the Democrats, they just go along with it and say, yeah, okay, yeah, that's our God. Yeah, well, guess what? The Democrats do worship the devil, in case you haven't noticed. And Trump is an innocent person, and here the Democrats are trashing him for no reason at all, because they want the narrative to fit their agenda. Key word, agenda. The House Financial Service Committee and the House Intelligence Committee issued subpoenas to Deutsche Bank and Capital one more than a year ago, seeking records from Trump, his 3 oldest children, and the Trump Organization. The panels are probing risky lending practices by major financial institutions and efforts by Russia to influence U.S. elections. They too have been upheld twice in lower courts. Well, there was no collusion with Russia. Donald Trump didn't have no collusion with Russia. And this is what the Democrats are trying to say. Oh, well, he made a phone call to this person, to that person. No, he didn't. No, he did not. That's why he beat that witch hunt from Nancy Pelosi. She kind of figured, well, I'm gonna make him submit to Russia, this and that. I'm gonna impeach him. Yeah, well, apparently that didn't work so well. Now, did it? That failed through the witch hunt. It failed. There was no way Nancy Pelosi was going to get away with it any more than what she is trying. And now she wants to do a second impeachment that's going to fail as well, because they don't want to take responsibility for all the chaos and destruction they have done for decades. You know, you sheeples are just allowing all this. They say, yeah, we praise our Democrats. Yeah, you praise your Democrats, all right. They're the devils, and you're accomplices to them. Learn to wake up and stop allowing these Democrats to control you. Overthrow them, because you have a right to overthrow them. And for them to tell you, and for the governors to tell you to wear a mask, tell them to shut up, because they sound like a parrot every day. Wear a mask, wear a mask. Who the heck died and left them, boss? Who died and left them, boss, over you? They're not your boss. You are the governor's boss. They have to do what you tell them to do. Leave your comments below. I am out.